So, what was it like first day in the strip club? I'm on my way. So y'all know I told you I was a banker during the day. I was a corporate girl. So, I did not want to be seen. I wanted to keep this very low key, under the radar. So, I literally danced. I stripped on the opposite side of town of where I worked and lived so that I could try to lower the chances of me running into anybody that I may know. And so I will never forget. I went to my first day in the strip club. It was 4th of July weekend. And it was a club that I had never heard of, kind of like a smaller club, but it was like popping, like it was crowded or whatever. But it wasn't like no big name club, nothing like that, because I wasn't trying to be seen in no popular clubs. So it was a black club, obviously, because I'm black. So I went to a black club. And I remember, y'all, wait. So this was my first day. So for my first stripper outfit, yeah, I did not have an official. There are official stripper uniforms, okay, that you go and buy. I didn't have that because it was my first day. I'm just getting into it. I literally had wore, I guess, like some lingerie. I don't know if it was even considered lingerie, but it was a bra and panty set. And yeah, it was a leopard print with like some red lace. Oh my God. Yeah, and then I had that and some black heels. I just found something that I had, that I thought would look stripper like. And that's what I wore on my first day. And with some black heels. So I'm in there. I don't even think I had no change of clothes. Because girls, they'll bring like a few outfits to change in and out of. I don't think I even had none of that. Maybe, maybe not. But I left the same thing on. So it's my first day in. When you check in or whatever, they ask you, what your stripper name is. And my stripper name was Candy. I was Candy. So, and I literally got Candy from the movie The Best Man with Regina Hall. And that was her name. So I was Candy, y'all. And going there, I was really open-minded. And I told y'all in another video, like, I really wasn't like a club girl. I really was like a homebody, grew up in church. But, I'm familiar. It's familiar, that life, but I wasn't really like just in it. So I was really open-minded. And I know how to carry myself, like my demeanor, it's you gotta have thick skin, but it's a balance. You gotta be like, force your attitude. You can't go in there like cocky, like, oh, you that B and you nooking and buck. You can't go in there that kind of energy. But you can't be friendly either. You can't be too passive or weak. Just, cool, chill, out the way, to yourself. You gotta have an attitude where it's like, you're not knucking and bucking, but you also like, don't fuck with me either. You gotta kind of have that balance to let people know so they stay up off of you. So that's how you carry yourself. So anyway, go in the dressing room. It's like a locker room with a bench. You got your house mom is in there. House mom, she'll have like makeup stuff. She may even do your hair. She have perfume. She may have like some snacks, your toiletries, tampons, stuff like that. And you tip her, right, to use her little setup. So you got your house mom in there, and you got the girls in there. For the most part, in my first club, because I went to about 5 or 6 different clubs until I found my home club. And for the most part, like, everybody just kind of stays to themselves. You know, get your money and get up out of there. So I go in the dressing room, put up my bag, because you come in obviously with your outside clothes on. Now for me, my whole time working in the strip club, I always like to go in the club with my hair and makeup done. So when I get in the dressing room, only thing I'm putting on is my stripper uniform. And the reason why I did that, it was really like a sales tactic for me, because especially by the time I got to my home club, a lot of times, every club is different, but depending on where you work, it may already be customers in the lobby or whatever when you are coming through to get dressed. So I'm already selling myself. Like, as soon as I walk in the door, like, they see, like, ooh, who is that? Like, I can't wait till she come out the dressing room, you know? So it was all a tactic. But that was really more when I got to my home club. This is about my very first club. It's my very, very first club. So mind y'all, first day in, I check in, tell them my name Candy. I never used my real name at the club. And when they asked my real name, I gave them another fake name, okay? So, so I remember the first song they played. So what I learned later on is that you can tell, like, if a DJ showing you love or not by what kind of song he play for you when you go dance. So yeah, it's my very, very, very first time dancing in the club, strip club ever. He plays Dreams and Nightmare. Now mind y'all, I was not like listening. I don't listen to the radio like really. So back then I wasn't listening to the radio. I didn't know. I had never heard that song. So when I heard it, you know, I started out slow. I'm like, man, did they playing this slow wax song for me? So I'm still dancing. I'm on a pole, whatever. I'm dancing. So I'm like, man, he played this slow song, whatever. But you know, I'm a finesse, so I can do both. I can dance to slow stuff. I can dance to fast music. I'm very like sensual in that way, so I could do both. It's like, okay, whatever, fine. He don't like me, so play his whack ass song on me. So anyway, I'm dancing. So then you know the song, you get like turned up. Everybody start turning up. I'm like, okay, so we switching up. So I still didn't really know how popular the song was till like later on. But anyway, that was my first song. And I remember like being in there, seeing how the other girls were. Like they could do like Circus Soleil tricks. Like these women, like I feel like I was in Vegas watching them. Like they could be doing all that turning and flipping. And I remember being at that club and I seen the girls doing all them tricks, and like they just was not making no money like that. Like I remember, I tell y'all, when it was I knew I needed to leave that club. Then mind you, this was the first club, and it was a black guy in that already had told me, this was an all black club. He had already told me, like, dang, like what you doing in here? Like you need to go to the white club. You can make some money in the white club or whatever. I'm like, really? He was like, yeah. He was like, you got the perfect body. So you got ass, but it ain't, you know, too much, you know, just natural body. They love you. And so I was like, oh, okay. But I knew I probably went to that club 2 times, and I knew I needed to get up out of there when I see that girl do the Circus Olay tricks and flips, and she was like sweating, and she came out that stage with like $5 crinkly like this, holding in her hand like this, and I was like, yeah. That was strike 3. 1, it wasn't really a lot of money in that club. 2, it was girls fighting up in there, but they would be fighting in the dressing room. I wouldn't be in the dressing room long enough to be seeing all of that. But I do remember girls fighting in that club. But I'd be in there. I put my money up and go back out. I don't stay in the dressing room. I'm in and out. I ain't got time for this. I don't know what they was fighting for. They was in fighting. But yeah, strike 3 from that club was when the girl got off stage after. I mean, she was dancing beautifully. But you'll learn that it's really not how beautiful your dances are in the strip club. It's not about how good you can dance to make your money. You just gotta finesse, know how to work the floor. But yeah, when she got off that stage with them crinkly dollars like this and sweating after all that hard work, I say, yeah, that was strike number 3. It's time to go. And I was on the hunt to go find my home club.